Welcome once again to the 7th installment of Journeyman. It's been a while. It's been a long, hot summer.
Tell me about it.
There's not been that much going on until the last couple of weeks, but we're going to tell you all about it. My name is Jack Scrimshaw, and across the ring from me is...
Adara Kabara.
And we are the Journeyman. And my phone is getting on my nerves. That'll be the first thing that gets KO'd. But
don't make
first cab off the rank. Top order, top of the shop.
Yes.
This Saturday, it is a fight that could make history, as Britain could crown not only its youngest ever heavyweight champion, but it could also crown the second youngest heavyweight champion in history, Moses Tama versus Filip Hrgović. Mate, what's your thoughts?
Okay, remind me. Moses Tama is 21. Am I right? Joe was he 22 now?
21? Yeah, 21 years old.
He's 21 years old. I'm looking forward to this only for the fact look, let's be honest. In my heart, it's only going to end one way.
Yeah.
And this guy has got so much potential. He is, and I know a lot of people probably may not thank me for this, but he is going to be he is going to be a world champion on Saturday. There is no doubt about it. He's always had the ability, but from when you're talking from when he was 15 years old, he was fighting proper heavyweights, full-on heavyweights at 15 years old. It shows you the kind of capability that this lad has got. I'm sorry, there's only one winner in this. I think it will. I hope it goes the distance, but I think Atama will want it to go the distance because he'll want to fight, and I do hope that Hrgović will give him one. But I have a feeling that he's dangerous, and people do not know how dangerous he is.
Well, the critics are saying he's not been tested. He's never been past a couple of rounds in 16 fights, and you've got to respect anyone who steps through those ropes, and Hrgović has got a puncher's chance, and he's as good as anyone. He's been in the ring with a few world No, I'm not kidding anybody, am I? This guy is going down. And I'm going to say...
I'm sorry.
7th round. I think you'll give him a few rounds.
I was thinking the same. I was actually thinking 8, just to be on the safe side.
You're going to go 8th round? Yeah,
I'm going to go...
Now, the thing is...
My brain says 7.
Is he going to give him a wobble? Do you think he'll actually put the kid down, Hrgović, or maybe give him a shot that just rattles his lights, rattles his cage a bit?
I think that may happen, yes, and that may be, and that's the first time that has happened. Because let's be honest, no one has got anywhere near him.
I think it'll be good for him.
Yes, because it'll make him realise, oh, okay, I'm not as, I'm maybe a bit too open, or I'm not as foolproof as I need to be, because there's always, as you and I both know, there's always room for improvement. So I think whatever happens, yes, he will go to 7th, 8th round. It may. I think the first round will be a sighter. People they'll test each other out, try and feel each other out. But after that, I have a feeling Hrgović is just. I don't think he hasn't got the gas.
Well, I hope there will be a lot of people there to see it. It will be at the O2. It's confirmed. We thought it was going to be in Manchester, but it is the O2 in London.
That's good.
So, that's hometown crowd.
Yep. And it's probably one of the biggest small venue arenas. So
absolutely. He's in the main event. He's not curtain jerking.
No, that's good. Well, that's kind of what we want, because sorry, but it should be the main event. I don't. Nothing else should be involved other than that. I personally don't think. But
well, I think there'll be a decent undercard. I mean, there's going to have to be, because last week's Matchroom card, I think, was very badly timed. It's the first day of the Premier League. A lot of people are tuning into that. And then you're putting on what was basically a prospect show. I mean, a lot of 10-rounders, but no surprises or anything like that.
Is there anybody even interesting on that undercard next week?
I haven't had a chance to look at the undercard, embarrassingly. Okay. So it shows you how much people are talking about this one. A lot of the attention is centred on the main event, which is most unusual because normally we sort of say, don't forget the undercard on this show, don't forget the openers, but I honestly don't know who's going to be on it.
And I assume the tickets will be at a premium for this one because, people will want to be saying, I was there when that does happen.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see any other way this fight's going to turn out.
No,
from an attorney.
I want to be there and I want to see how it turns out.
I think that you and me both.
To me, there's only one winner.
Yes.
Yeah. We're unanimous on that.
Yeah.
To other heavyweight news. Oh, where do we start? So, Tyson, Fury, Anthony Joshua, all but signed for the 20th of November in Madison Square Garden. I don't care about the contract negotiations.
Dear. Yes.
I don't care about the back and forth. As far as I'm concerned, that's all to sell this fight. And it's either going to be officially announced this week. We saw a sort of ghost trailer from Netflix last week with no audio on it. But this week it's announced or it ain't happening. And if it doesn't, I'm not going to be too heartbroken.
Me neither. This has been 10 years. This has been far too long. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. As far as I'm concerned, I've kind of got to a stage where I haven't even bothered to even look because there's a part of me that knows something's going to get in the way, and it's either going to be certain people who we shall not mention.
Sorry.
Yes, Eddie. Yes, Eddie. Yeah. We shall not mention because it's become ridiculous. You need this fight. Look, everyone knows this fight should have happened 10 years ago. It's happening now because, basically they're I wouldn't say they're old men, but they're at that stage. They're coming towards the end of their careers, both of them. There's too many. They're surrounded by too many yes men, and surrounded by too many useful idiots. I do trust the word.
Well, Joshua certainly is. I've made no secret of that on previous shows, and to me, I don't think he should box again. I mean, looking at that Prenga fight, he was atrocious.
He kind of got a little, but I think he was aware of that. That's the only good thing I think.
Yeah,
that he was aware of it, and he kind of went, you know what? Yeah, I'm slowing down, and it's not. It's not for the better.
I don't think he belongs in a ring, and I think he realised it on the night of that fight. I think, in principle, good idea, after the tragic events of last Christmas, get busy again, get back on the horse. Mm-hmm. But he got in, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if the pressure got to him. I don't know if
probably
one of the times he got hit, he had a flashback. I mean, undeniably, the power was there still.
Yeah.
The power's there. The knockout power's there.
Yeah.
But the chin is gone.
Yeah. And I have a feeling if Tyson catches him, with a couple. But then again, that being said, Tyson, Magnadov didn't move the needle for him anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
No, that was a warm-up.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's why it wasn't televised. Great idea. No. Raise some money for children's hospitals. Always a great cause. Any children's charity is a fantastic cause. But let's not make that something it wasn't.
No.
It was a warm up.
If I'm to be honest, I don't think neither of them should be going into the ring against each other at all until they're fully ready. And I don't think either of them are. Like Tyson's.
I don't think Joshua will ever be fully ready.
No.
I think Fury's still got a couple of good fights in him. I think it will be good to see him pass the torch to one of the younger guys, maybe Moses Atama. I think that will be an excellent passing of the torch. But Anthony Joshua, to be honest, it's not if Fury catches him, it's when.
We'll see on that.
And Anthony Joshua was a fantastic amateur boxer, an Olympic gold medalist, superb, but his time is over.
And he got himself to world champion. Nobody can take that from him.
Two-time world champion, absolutely. Defended it well.
Yep.
And, okay, Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury's come out and he said, you've never been the same since Ruiz done you, excuse me. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He wasn't expecting to get beat because of all the yes men whispering in his ear. But the second time...
And he got rid of some of those yes men. At that time, he realised, you know what? I have got too many yes men in my life. I've got to get rid of some of them. And I remember the one particular guy that he didn't get rid of was McCrack, and said, I remember in that particular fight, I said to him...
One of the best trainers ever.
Do you want to lose this? Do you want to win this fight or not? He said something else under that, but it was to that effect. And I think it spurred him to go on and win that fight. But he didn't win it the way I think a lot of people wanted him to win it. We did not knock him out. And I think ever since then, yes, that has tarnished his career in I wouldn't say the worst way possible, and I think he will If this goes ahead, with Fury, this will be his last, I think.
Yeah. I mean, when I started to say he was done, to be honest, forget the Jake Paul nonsense, because that's what it was. It was nonsense. It was entertainment.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Very entertaining it was too, the result. But
for about 5 minutes, yes.
Well, one particular punch for me. That was excellent. But...
Now don't get up.
99.
Not this time. Yeah. You ain't get up for that one.
But when he lost to Dubois, when Dubois just annihilated him, which Daniel Dubois can do. Daniel Dubois is a very dangerous fighter.
That's because he was unpredictable. Just like when he fought Fabio Wardley. He was unpredictable. I've always said with Dubois, if he's unpredictable, he can beat people. But because I think he thinks sometimes he's too straight laced at times. Particularly with the fights, some of the fights I've seen him in, he's tried to be conservative. He's tried to be cautious. Try to sort of that doesn't work. You need to be unpredictable. You need
exactly.
And he's not the biggest. He's not the biggest of fighters either.
Switch hitting, powerful, sneaking in those counters. I mean, all three of these men, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury, they've all been made to look stupid by the same man. But let's not forget,
quite literally, yes,
that man is the greatest in a generation. That being Alexander Usyk, who got taken to the limit by a kickboxer.
Right. So what does that
took lightly. He took very lightly, maybe didn't prepare for, but let's face it, there is one fighter who remains undefeated and always will, and that is Father Time.
Of course.
Usyk's not a young man. Tyson's not a young man.
No.
Joshua's not a young man. These guys coming through now, Dubois, Wardley, Ortiz, Taramoana, they're all in their 20s. They're all still growing into themselves. Mm-hmm. I think now is the time to quit while they're ahead, while they've still got a legacy.
You don't want to end up like Chisora.
Or Danny Williams. Oh, Chisora should have finished Williams. 4 fights ago.
Probably, yes. Yeah. Or Danny Williams.
I love his charisma. I love what he's done for the sport. I love how he's there to pass the buck, but no one wants to see him in a ring again getting
No,
hurt.
no.
And
Not
speaking
like
of which,
that.
actually, with Fabio Wardley, I can confirm that fight, that rematch with Daniel Dubois will be happening at the end of the year. There are talks of
Okay.
early November, December. Is it too
Okay.
soon?
No. Let's see what
No.
happens. If Fabio Wardley's done his homework, then it will make things very interesting. However, I have a feeling that he hasn't. And if Dubois comes in again and does what he did in the last fight, which is be unpredictable, then it's only it's going to end very ugly, because Wardley. The truth be told is, let's be honest, Wardley's only got one knockout punch.
Yeah.
It's
And we've
it's
seen
a
it
good
a few
one.
times now.
We've seen it a few times, and it's a good one. But let's be honest, that's all he's really got. I've not seen him do anything else, and he was completely and utterly. I don't think he knew what to do with the fucking.
What I'm saying with Wardley, let's get new manager. Let's go back to British Commonwealth level. Get him in there with the Joe Joyces, Justice Hoonies, and people of that ilk. Get a few good wins, then challenge for this belt with Daniel Dubois. Then fight this fight. But to me, I was worried for him in that fight. And that wasn't all Wardley's fault. That was the referee. That was the corner. I seriously thought he was going to get killed.
They left him in way too long, didn't they?
Yeah.
I remember sitting there thinking, can someone stop this? Can the referee stop this? Because he's not throwing a punch.
We've had two extremes this year in the heavyweight landscape. The Usyk fight, which was stopped way too soon, and then that one, the Wardley-Dubois fight, which was not stopped anywhere near soon enough. And I didn't think, to be honest, that Wardley should be back in the ring till next year. So all credit to him. He's got himself together, hopefully. But, you know, this is a dangerous sport.
I personally, it is, yeah. And no real honest fighters probably really shouldn't be back in the ring for at least 6, 8, 9 months, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Your body needs to be... Plus, you've got to take the hits again. Is your body going to... Is your body, and you've got to put your body through that. Through that punishment. It's not just about doing the training, because the training, yes, is fine. But when you go and do the sparring, it's something else, isn't it? You know, when you get hit, it's something else. And when you get hit for real,
when you're being hit by somebody over 210 pounds, over 15 stone, which is what these guys all are, it's no joke. They're not tapping you; they are nailing you. I mean, we come back to Tara Moana again, who is terrifying. Recently, he's just fought again against a guy called John Savage. They actually got an American import, and it went about a round and a half. And it was explosive. It was powerful. I think Australia actually has the chances of a world champion in this man. And I would like to see Tara Moana in there. I think that will be a great oceanic battle between him and Joseph Parker, who has been cleared, as we predicted here on the show. He has been found innocent of all charges on his appeal, as we said.
Good.
So I think that'll be a great fight. It's an unpredictable guy, a guy who will test him. Maybe not in his next fight, maybe a couple of fights from now. But I think he will be a stern test.
I would like to see that, actually. I think Joseph Parker is, again, he's unpredictable, but the thing with Joseph Parker is the gas. He's run out of gas towards the end of his fights. you can guarantee every fight he's fought, he's run out of gas towards the end of it, and that's what's done. That's what's done for him. I think it will be. Yes, it will be interesting to see that. I think it's not if, but when, and it should be. It shouldn't be here. It should be somewhere either in Australia or New Zealand. I think.
I agree, and I think
again,
a good time for it.
The benefactor of it.
A good time for it will be next year. This time next year, I think. Get both boxers fighting again, because a lot of Joe Parker's problem has been inactivity, finding him opponents, because he is awkward, he is unpredictable, and he'll need at least one fight, maybe two. I think get Taramoana out there again with some decent opposition. You know, Andy Ruiz, he may be a good test for him as well. You know, because he does need stepping up. Yeah. I wouldn't put him in there with Hooney. I really wouldn't, because I don't think Justice Hooney's on that level. No, not on that level. I retract that. I would say he's a very different kind of fighter. And I think if Taramoana bulldozes him, that's going to be a very premature end to a very promising career that Justice Hooney is still capable of having.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see him in there with Joe Joyce, I think, Justice Hooney.
I was just thinking that Joe Joyce would be or Zhilei Zhang.
Both of them would be fantastic fights. In fact, I'd like to see Zhilei Zhang and Taramoana for the Pacific title. I think that'd be fantastic. If that can be arranged.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely brilliant. Moving on very, very slightly. The last of the fight news and then a couple of talking points. Speaking of guys who've gone on too long. Chris Eubank Jr., unbelievably, is talking about a ring return. Even more unbelievably against Kell Brook.
He wants. Yeah, I've heard this. I'm not too sure about that. There was rumours of a trilogy with Conor, but Conor, I think, has
another assignment coming up.
He does.
Which we will talk about in just a moment, because September is going to be quite the month for boxing. Yeah, because we're going to see Katie Taylor's farewell to the sport, which will be a very sad day for women's boxing.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
And Conor Benn taking on Ryan Garcia under the Zuffa banner, which will be very exciting. Yes. Any thoughts on that?
No. Let me. Okay, so Conor, I can see where he's going with this. It will make things interesting. I think Conor's. We all know what Conor's gone and done, right? I just think. Let's just wait and see what happens with that one. Because he's got potential. Well, I thought he had potential until he went and did what he did.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah,
as it is what it is. So let's just wait and see what happens. I don't really. I think it's. I don't really know Garcia too well. Conor, we obviously know who he is. We know he's got a. He's going to throw hands if he gets a chance to. Let's just wait and see what happens. Katie Taylor, there's a part of me that's looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to that because I know she is the cornerstone, or one of the cornerstones of women's boxing. And I'm just going to say it as it is. I don't like. Obviously, Father Time was catching up with her, and she would have had to have gone, and she was going to go eventually at some point. Yeah. But it will be a shame. I'm assuming who she's up against.
Somebody unpronounceable. Yeah.
Somebody
But
unpronounced.
it is
Like
gonna
I suppose it's. Go on, sorry.
It's all right. It's going to be at Croke Park in Dublin. 80,000 sold out.
Yep.
And
Yep.
what I really like
suspected.
about it is it's going to be free to air on RTE, on the Irish TV network.
Better.
So, yeah.
Wow. See, even better.
Anyone will be able to watch it.
Boxing to watch it. That's
Yeah.
what boxing should be all about.
Exactly. Especially for someone who's given so much, as Katie has, to the sport.
To the sport, yes. And I think I hope the likes of Di Serrano and Cameron and what's her name?
Clarissa Shields, yeah.
Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall take,
Yeah.
do try and sort of, and maybe even the likes of Lauren Price, and obviously Natasha Jonas.
Yes, Natasha Jonas. Yeah.
Just to name but a few, and I'm pretty much named half of the women's boxing fraternity there.
Indeed, yes.
If I've left out anybody, do please feel free to help me out.
Well, there are some great prospects coming through. Very quickly, I will chip in and say one of them, one of the great ladies in women's boxing, Raven Chapman. I'm delighted to hear she is now home and is making a good recovery after a terrible incident that took place in sparring. She was injured in a spar in Europe and had to be put in an induced coma, but she is now home and making what I hope will be a speedy recovery, and I'm sure all of us on Journeyman feel the same that way. Yeah.
I totally agree. Good. Sorry, that was the other Caris Arkin.
Yes, Caris as well, whose name has also... I do apologise, Caris. Not Caris Matthews, no.
I think it's... No. Arctic Stall, I think her name is.
Yes, yeah.
Something along those lines, yeah. I think I did mention Chantal Cameron. Yes, I did.
You did, yeah.
But there's a lot. There's a lot there for women to. Yes, Katie Taylor was Katie Taylor and Nicola. Yes, Nicola Adams. Although she's no longer, but she was. They were the cornerstones of. They were one of the cornerstones of women's boxing, and I hope that. I actually hope they can go. That we can now get more fights aired to TV. Or just promote it. Just promote it a bit more. Don't get me wrong.
The BBC Boxer deal that fell flat on its arse, didn't it? That just
yes.
That was like a lead balloon.
Sadly. I'm beginning to think there's a lot of it's to do with. I think a lot of that was to do with how much money was being or supposedly being chucked around, which wasn't a lot, apparently. Do not.
Unfortunately, a lot of things in this game come down to the politics of the game and money. I mean,
yes.
I was listening to an interview with John Fury the other day when he fought Henry Akinwande back in the day. And, you look at the sums these guys are getting today. For that fight, he got £700, which is crazy when you think about it.
It's just about,
and what gets deducted from that. Your ring fees, your trainer's fees and all that. And, he had a family to feed, took the fight at short notice, a fight that I think he knew he couldn't win deep down, but went in there for the fight, as so many of these great journeymen do. And that's why we call this podcast Journeyman, because no journeyman, no boxing. Simple as that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yep. But I think that's half the problem with the Fury-Joshua fight, the politics and the money. If this falls on its arse, I respect the fact that these promoters want to earn money. They've got to make some money for organising these fights. But stop using these guys as cash cows. That's my problem. And I think Eddie Hearn, I will come out and say it. He's using Joshua for a cash cow.
Let's be honest. 60% of that purse, like as far as I'm concerned, these two, both fighters should be getting 50-50. And whatever happens, regardless of the winner, maybe gets a little extra for TV rights and things like that. But again, both fighters still should be getting, they're at that age now where it's just, both fighters should be getting at least 50% of that purse each. Everything else?
It's not like they need it.
Well,
they're millionaires.
No. Well, that's true. It's not like the promoters need it either. Because they're billionaires.
But away from the money side of the sport now, mate, and we're going to talk about damage to fighters, because that seems to have been the theme of this episode. We're worried about the age of these two. We're worried about Kell Brook and Eubank Jr., because, let's face it, neither of them need to be in the ring with each other. But weigh-ins...
How old is... Remind me how old Kell is.
Oh, Kell's got to be north of 40, or at least heading for 40. And I think
I thought he was
35.
Actually older than that, but I thought Junior's 36, but
36, 35, 36, yeah.
Right. Okay. Kell Brooks. When is this happening? Do we know when it's actually happening? Just out of curiosity.
Not yet. We don't have a date, but it's in talks.
Okay.
There was a rumour about October.
It,
I hope not, but...
yeah.
But, the amount of weight these guys have to cut, weigh-ins. I mean, we said that was a problem with the second fight, the Eubank Jr. Conor Benn fight. And my question is, I asked this on my sports show last week. Well, it's not my show, I was standing in for somebody else. But I asked this, should we bring back the same day weigh-in?
I was reading something I was reading something earlier, and it was talking about same day weigh-ins. The fighters who you need to, as a fighter, if you're fighting, if you're fighting a certain day, you need to reduce your weight to make up that weight. You need to reduce your weight by a certain amount. So you can start off at a certain amount, but you need to reduce it by 10 between 3 and 13% for a male, and 14 and 20% for a female.
That's crazy.
Which is it is. It really this is like, if we're going to get into the whole dynamics of what it means to lose for when you get same day weigh-ins. So I know slightly apart here, but when I used to do judo, what they did was they'd weigh you, and then they'd weigh. So what they do is they'd weigh you. They'd get you to take your jacket off, because your jacket is at least a pound, and then they weigh you, and then they weigh you with your jacket on to add it to make sure that that's the correct weight.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like in boxing. I mean, look, where Eubank Jr. was concerned, he did shed a lot of weight in the last couple of days before that fight, and yes, I think it did count. It weighed against him heavily. No pun intended. But you could tell it was. You could tell it. It was. You could tell the significance, because he just did. You could slowly see he was running out of gas.
Well, it's what you're doing to cut that weight. I mean, to answer your question, for the boxing, they weigh you in the gear that you're going to wear for the fight. So you're in your shorts and your boots. You might wear a vest, but it's usually your shorts and your boots. And usually these days it's the day before, on camera, everything like that. So let's say for that fight, Conor Benn weighed in 147 pounds, 10 stone 7 in old money. Once he's weighed in,
Yes.
he's weighed in. That's it. He can then go away,
Agreed.
have a good feed, and come into the ring the next day about 12 stone, about 168 pounds, about 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously he's going to eat sensibly. He's not going to eat junk, but he can eat plenty of protein. He can get his strength back up because he's made weight. If you're getting weighed at 1 o'clock the day of the fight, it makes it a lot fairer. But we've also got to be wary of how much these fighters are putting themselves through to cut weight. Because, excuse me, you hear so many cases of fighters saying, "Oh, I'm not eating. I'm deliberately cutting out water." Things like that.
Yes,
so,
yeah.
yes, you're making weight, but you're losing your electrolytes, you're losing your calories.
Losing your breath. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. You know,
it's dangerous.
All of that. It is extremely. So, yeah, I mean, yes.
The heavies, leave them out.
I think we should bring back saying, okay.
Yeah, but... Because once you're over 200 pounds, you're a heavyweight.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. Personally, I think we should bring it back. Yeah, we should bring back same-day weights because that way, yes, it would be fairer on all fighters. But again, there'll always be somebody who will complain because they'll say, well, we didn't, we couldn't make weight because we were worried about, I was worried about this, I was worried about that, or, there's always be somebody who won't be happy about it. But you can't please everybody.
No, I fall into Baron McGuigan's school of thinking there. You've got a 12-week training camp, 12 weeks to prepare. If you can't make weight, that's your fault. That's no excuses.
Yes,
it's unprofessional. Yeah. Even if you're, say, a couple of ounces over in a world title fight, any other kind of fight, do you know what? We'll let you off for a couple of ounces. Go and have a wee or something and come back. But if it's a world title fight, you've had 12 weeks. Come on. You either don't fight at that division or you make the weight. Simple as.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. I think fighters are cutting too much weight to make certain weight limits when they should just say, look, instead of trying to fight at super welterweight, I'm a super middleweight. I've got to fight at that. Like, you and I, we were heavyweights. We are not going to get down to super middleweight. That would be ridiculous. Not that we...
Exactly.
I don't think there is a super middleweight division in boxing. I think it's... in judo.
No, there is.
I know there is in boxing.
No.
But no. I think it's just middleweight in judo. But...
there's light, middle, and there's heavy. I mean, heavy's...
Yeah.
Heavy's like 80 kilos. No, sorry, 90 kilos and up.
90 kilo, which is about 200 pound. Again, same as boxing. If you're 200 pounds or over, you're a heavyweight. You don't have to worry about making weight.
You're a heavyweight,
basically.
No.
But cruiserweight and down, would you do?
Yes.
And that's sort of bringing in the other question about do we need another division between cruiserweight and heavyweight? Because some of these heavyweights are frankly gigantic now. And then you've got your smaller heavyweights like Usyk. Although Usyk is having no trouble at all. So there is a question for debate.
Maybe that's... yes.
Maybe one for another time, that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But our final thing to look at here is drug testing now. As I said, Joseph Parker cleared of all charges. Do we need to change the system up? And when there is indisputable evidence, are we punishing fighters heavily enough?
Okay, so if there's indisputable evidence, as far as I'm concerned, yes, we do. In fact, we need to. There should be a no. There should be a no tolerance at all.
Ban for life.
You're caught,
I agree.
If you're caught with a substance, if you're caught with a legally positive, if you're caught with an illegal substance in your system, you should be banned for life. Now, here's the thing. I understand that there are circumstances. Very, very rarely, but there are circumstances. Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm sorry, if you are caught with something in your system, come on, you should know what you put in your system. You should know what you put in your body. I mean,
You
if you're
should.
caught with right, a prime example of that. Okay, who was it? So footballers, for example, they have. I think they're tested every so often. I think they might
6 weeks, I
even
think.
tested. There was a point every 6 weeks. Okay, the fellow Mudrick was tested positive a few years back. The stupid thing that Chelsea did was they put him on a long-term contract. So now they're down. They can't get out of not paying him. Yes. So really and truthfully, as far as I'm concerned, if you're caught with a legal substance, you should be banned. Full stop. There should be a zero tolerance policy.
With an illegal substance, say cocaine or something like that, you're out.
Say cocaine. Yeah.
I
If it's
agree.
cocaine, if it's some or
Or
performance
performance
enhancing,
enhancer.
you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're out.
Jarrell Miller should not be boxing again. I agree. He absolutely shouldn't.
No.
But every now and again, and this seems to be happening a lot more recently. We're getting fighters who test positive at first, like Conor Benn, like Joe Parker.
Yeah.
And this is where I think we need a shake-up. And we need a new body
I agree. Because what was
these fighters.
What was the thing with Conor Benn? Conor Benn's was something about was it an Angelo in his system?
Yeah.
But then they checked out and they said it's because he said he had he had lots of protein systems, like he had a lot of eggs, which kind of
Yeah, the Furies had a similar thing with wild boar meat as well.
right
Some years back. So I think, these fighters are trying to prepare themselves for combat as best they can, and they're unknowingly ingesting these chemicals.
Things, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we've got to... I don't know how we do it. I'm not a scientist, but I think it's time time to reshape how we test these fighters.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah. Because a lot of it is just unusual circumstances. Some of it.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you are going to get. It's very rare, particularly in boxing, that you get drug cheats. Very, very, very rare.
Absolutely.
And the ones that have never boxed again. Let's be honest. Even was it years and years ago when I can't remember who it was. They got absolutely battered in the ring. His trainer went to tap him on. I think his dad went to tap him on the glove to say, "Well done." Turns out there was no padding in his gloves.
Oh,
I can't remember who it was. It was
no.
Years
I
ago,
remember hearing about that. That's somebody will be telling us. There'll be some comments.
Yes, I'm sure there will. Yeah, please. If people do remember that, do tell us. But it's things like that. Those are the only things that I can think of off the top of my head. That most boxers genuinely most boxers genuinely want to get on with it and love the sport for the sport. They're not interested in cheating anybody in anybody or anyone or anyone.
It's dangerous enough without cheating,
right?
Without
you're cheating,
using substances and so forth.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
at some point,
it's a fight.
Yeah, and as AJ said, at some point, one day somebody's going to hit you, and it's going to hurt. Right. It's not. You're just going to have to just go. Oh well, that hurt. It is. I can't have
mightily,
get up, smile, and say, well, well done. Thank you. That was good. Or wow, okay. It's on we go. It's I just think anybody's caught with any kind of substance should be banned. Full stop. No. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we understand the Joseph Parkers, the Conor Benns, But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. No, why, Jarrell Miller? Why are we even having this discussion?
Exactly. Why is he still in a ring? That's what I want to know. Why is he still being allowed to box? And box pretty terribly, I hasten to add.
Oh, that's probably why.
He can't cheat anymore, can he?
He wasn't the greatest of boxers, was he? No.
He was supposed to fight Moses Itama, and I wish he had. And I wish, it's very seldom I say this, but I wish Itama would have sparked him out and put him out of the sport. Once and for all.
Oh, that would have been very interesting. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. Fortunately, he fought Jermaine Franklin, who was a much tougher test. And
yes.
But he did the same thing. So
he certainly passed the test.
Same thing on Saturday. Yep.
And
passed that
Jermaine
one.
Franklin.
Do the same thing on Saturday.
Franklin was in action recently as well, and happy to say got himself a win. Yep, in a 6-rounder.
Good.
So we're glad to know that Jermaine is okay and back to his true boxing potential. Well, I'd say true potential, but back boxing, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah.
And we have just about reached our potential for this show. We're almost out of time. We just have one thing.
Our time flies.
Over 45 minutes here. So we just have one thing to say to you, our listeners.
Yes.
We love doing this show. We enjoy putting it together. But is there something we could do differently? Because without you, we can just do this down the pub or wherever. We don't need to keep putting these on YouTube. So
I totally
spread
agree.
the news. Make us want to do another episode.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please do.
Absolutely.
Because this is fun. This is Lucky 7. And, all I can say is, if you want to sponsor this...
I hope we get to do number 8. Yeah.
I want to do number 8.
Please do.
If you want to sponsor us...
So do I.
Get in touch. Spread the news, because I want to see that there are people listening to these. To make me say to Adara, come on, mate, loads of people are out there. We've got to give them number 8. We've got to talk about the Itama fight.
Number 8 again? Oh, gosh. Yes.
Oh, no, not again. Anyway, this has been number 7, and hopefully we will be back to tell you about the Itama fight, what we think, and everything else that's going on in the crazy world of boxing. I've been Jack Scrimshaw.
I've been Adara Kabara.
And we're saying good fight.
Good fight. Good night.
Good night.